Hello students, I hope you are doing well. My name is Dr. Maggie Gaddis. I will be your instructor for Basic Anatomy and Physiology. In this video, I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the course, but I still would like you to click on every page in the class and read it, and then introduce yourself in the student introduction discussion and let me know if you have any questions. When you open the course, you see this homepage, and the recent announcements show up here, but they're all set to start on the first day of class, so you're not seeing any right now. But I make both lecture support announcement videos and also like scheduling announcements. You can see that they're delayed postings here, so you wouldn't see this whole list, but you can see the archive once they start to post. Now, your whole syllabus is copied here, and I recommend that you take the time to really read this. Our reading materials are in the course. Our learning outcomes, and these are our objectives for this semester, are listed here, and you'll see that they really drive what we do in this class. We use these statements over and over again to drive what we're doing. Now, here's a written description of all the assignments in the course, but I will take you through those verbally now. Please take the time to read these after the video is through. Here are some notes on my classroom management style. The main thing you need to understand is that you need to reach out to me. I can't know when you need help, so you need to please reach out. I'm a nice person. My main line in the sand is that I want you to be professional and I want you to communicate with me before you miss deadlines, and try to resolve the issue rather than come to me with your problems after the fact and ask for forgiveness. That doesn't work in life. If you don't show up to a job, you're going to lose your job. And then as moving right down here, you'll start to see our course schedule. And as we roll through here, you'll see that we have the same cadence every unit. We are in a discussion, we're doing sketching labs, a study journal, participating in discussion and completing quizzes. That's the basic course. And then as we get about halfway through the semester, we're going to start working on a final project that involves putting together a 2-page paper, but taking the time to write citations and annotated bibliography, outline, first draft, and final draft. In this first week of class, I really want you to take the time to read these documents. These are like the core documents from which all the assignments are designed. And you can see here that we have several components to the course. We're going to have discussions, sketching labs, quizzes, and a final project. Once you're finished reading those, introduce yourself in the student introductions. Now, the class is broken up into units, and they all have these same assignments. All of your reading and learning outcomes are in this one wiki page. And you can always get to these pages here on the left, but here's your textbook. You can open it from any device or a computer. You can download it. Here's the PDF version, and you could get a paper copy if you want that. Here are those learning outcomes we were discussing before. And we are going to read according to the learning outcomes, and this follows I have the outline of the course following this text pretty closely, so that shouldn't be any problem. I don't even have to tell you what to read, just read Unit 1 and then read Unit 2, etc. So let's go back to the modules. At some point while you're reading and discussing, you will complete a sketching lab. And so this is our lab for the class. When you come across some information that is of great challenge or interest to you, please take the time to use that as the subject matter for your sketch. So here's an example of an excellent sketch. A lot of detail is drawn in. This was just an image from the textbook. And then notice that there are at least 5 labels and they're described. Those are the requirements for that. Now, if you can believe it, someone submitted this. Now, as goofy as it looks, it actually imparts a lot of biological information. So I'm not casting a lot of shade in the idea behind drawing a prokaryote, but there's no labels. But what I do see here is the cilia and the flagella in the prokaryote. It's single-celled. I see that the DNA is not bound in a nucleus. So there's still a lot of information there. And so my point here is the drawing quality is not as important as the information relayed through the sketching activity. There's the submission requirements, and there are learning outcomes appearing again. Let's go back to the discussions. So each week we will a lot of the discussions are 2 weeks. We're going to tease apart these learning outcomes. So I really want you to choose one little part of the learning outcome. I want you to study the assigned reading, and the idea of the discussion is to really build a study guide together. And what you present in the discussion will drive my lecturing. If you are interested in a particular topic, I will pick up on that and I will post about that. Um, and then when we get into the quizzes, essentially I'm taking everything that has happened in discussion, and in the last 4 days of the module, your quiz will open. And these are auto-graded quizzes, but the choices for the multiple choice questions are actual authentic student responses from discussion. And your job will be to choose the best, most detailed response that answers the question. So as you can see, I've really put a lot of weight into the learning outcomes and into the student voice in this class. Um, that's about it right now, I think. I will talk to you about the final project later when we approach that. But until now, enjoy your last weekend before the semester starts, and I will see you on Monday. Thanks.